Hi everyone, it's Liam here from Rating the Races. So it's the Irish National tomorrow, and I think one of the big factors going into the race tomorrow is the good to yielding going. I think I've got two selections for the race, and both of those I think want this better going. Having run well on softer conditions, I think this better going will suit them both. And the first one I want to talk about is Mr. Fog Patches. Now, I think Mr. Fog Patches, his form is good over marathon trips. He's won over 3 miles 7, and he's finished third over 4 miles. So he gets the trip. But I think the big factor there is both of those runs came on better going, not the heavy going. The time he disappointed-ish over this sort of trip, he was third, beaten by Brayside and Screaming Colours. Now, that form has actually been franked, with Screaming Colours winning the Midlands National, but that came on heavy going, and that's what I think just stunts the effort from Mr. Fog Patches. I think he's a much better horse on better going, and his recent efforts on good to soft, and even soft going have been fine. They've just not been over a long enough trip. Even if you watch his race at Cheltenham over 3 mile 2 in the Kim Muir, he was always being nudged along to try and keep in contention. And I think that's also why they've put the cheek pieces on, to try and keep him involved early on. And if they can sit in the top, 7 or 8 early and stay there, I think Mr. Fog Patches is going to run a really big race. He's got very little weight, just 10 stone 6, and I'm really quite a fan of Mr. Fog Patches. As I've highlighted in my videos before, I think I've talked about Mr. Fog Patches maybe when he was back in November or December with this race in mind. So Mr. Fog Patches is my first selection for the Irish National. The second horse I like is Time to Get Up. Now, again, if you listen to my videos, I'm a bit of a fan of Time to Get Up. And I think he also wants better conditions than what he's been running on recently. When he ran at Haydock over 3 mile 4, I think that was just a warm-up run with the aim of being the Midlands National. Midlands National came along and he got beat by 2 Irish horses. Granted, he's now running in Ireland and taking on the Irish horses. But I think the soft going just really suited them a lot more than it did him. On good to yielding, over a slightly shorter trip, I think he'll go very close. He has actually dropped from a mark of 144 to 139 for his 2 runs where he's finished third. Last time out, I thought he travelled fine. As I said, I just think the trip plus the soft conditions found him out. Over 3 mile 5 on good to yielding, I think that will be perfect for him, and I'm expecting a really big run from Time to Get Up. So my 2 selections for the Irish National are Mr. Fog Patches. As you know, I highlighted him way back in November or December with this race in mind. Time to Get Up, I fancied for the Midlands National. Not prepared to give up on him because I thought he ran okay on conditions I think were softer than he actually wants. So thanks for listening. Fingers crossed we've got the Irish National winner there. I think they're both decent prices. They both have very little weight to carry, and that could be a decisive factor towards the end of the race. Hope you've all had a great Easter weekend. We've got obviously the bank holiday tomorrow with lots of racing to get stuck into.